Hey, look, sometimes you got to get out your comfort zone. I remember, I'm gonna give you two stories real quick, right? So the first story was a time when I was working at AT&T. I was doing sales. I never did sales in my life, and I remember we was in training, and it was easy. You know, we being in the training class with the other new hires. Over time, we got to know each other, and you know, we used to have to role play. You know, learn more about the company. But boy, one time it got down to it got real. Like we went on the real sales floor and we took live calls. And I remember our trainer at the time, I believe her name was Kim. And I remember, man, I took my first call. It was a live call, but she was plugged up with me, so she was listening to the call. She was right next to me. Man, when I heard that customer say, "Hello, hello," like she was upset about her bill, but I got so scared I couldn't speak. So my hand was shaking on the mouse, like my hand was shaking uncontrollably. I didn't know what to do next. And I remember her being next to me, and she muted my mic, and she was like, take a deep breath. You okay? Just say hello. And she knocked my hand off the mouse because my hands were shaking. And then she went over and took over the mouse, and then she told me, just say hello. And so that's what I did. I said hello. I took that call. After that, I believe I took like one more call after that. But for sure, in the back of my head, I was thinking, once I clock out today, y'all people ain't seeing me again. I quit. But I remember when I left that day, I was so scared. I told myself, you know what? I got to start taking this serious. And I ended up staying, and I'm glad I stayed because the same skills that I learned, I ended up being there for a couple of years. And the same skills that I learned from that job, definitely it was transferable over to my company when I, fully walked away from working for anybody. Second story, same thing. I was driving trucks. By the grace of God, I only had my temporary permits. I never drove a tractor trailer in my life, but I still got the job. And I remember at the time they had me riding with a dude named Carlos. And I remember, like, probably a couple of months in, I was like, man, I can't just be sitting back riding shotgun with this man and don't learn how to drive the truck. So one day I had told him, yo, hey, I want to drive the truck. So then he went ahead and let me drive the truck. So for a while, I was only able to drive forward. I never knew how to back the tractor trailer up. I only knew how to drive forward for a while. And then, the company made some changes. And then they put me with another partner named James. We still cool to this day. That's my brother right there. But anyway, one day, I'm driving with him. Man, he put me on the spot and told me to go back the truck up at the dock. Knowing good and well, I didn't know how to back the truck up. So mind you, it's a whole bunch of tractor trailers already backed up on the dock back there. And then now he jump out the truck and tell me to go back it up. So now I'm having trouble backing this truck up. I get hot. So I just, I pull the air brakes. I jump out the truck, tell him, man, come move the truck. So then, he got mad with me. He was like, man, bro, I told you how to move the truck, whatever. Because I got embarrassed and he threw me, in that hot seat and I was out of my comfort zone, it forced me to now, on my days off, I had to start going over there, learning how to back up the truck. After that, I learned how to back up the truck very well. And then I went and did my pre-trip inspection. And then I did my road test, and that's how I got my permits. But I'm just saying all that to say you got to get out your comfort zone. Don't quit. Man, when you're in the paint, when you're in those situations, just go through the whole process because you never know if you're going to be able to use those skills for something else that you're called to do in life. Love.